Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Rebel Racing Network and the Third Coast Racing Xfinity Series. I am your commentator tonight, Austin Householder, and we're coming to you live from Kansas Motor Speedway, where these drivers are going to compete for 90 laps. The weather tonight is a nice, cool 68 degrees, partly cloudy skies. Looking for those skies to clear up here as the race goes on. Track temperature currently sitting at 69 degrees. That will be cooling as well as the night goes on. And an update on the rules for tonight's event. These drivers are going to be given 4 sets of tires, 80% fuel, and no quick repairs to get this one done. We see Ray Polking going for a ride through the infield. But looking back at that 80% of fuel, our pit window currently sitting at 43 laps, according to the 99 of Marcus de la Garza. Now, with a little bit of fuel saving strategy, these guys can stretch that out and get this race done on only one pit stop. But if it is anything like the races we have seen throughout the season, these are probably going to be green flag pit stops. So that pit strategy is going to be important. Taking tires and fuel at the right time here. We are coming off of a very exciting race for that 47 of Lee Hamby. He took the checkered flag at Bristol last week. And in dominant fashion, Lee Hamby was able to put the entire field a lap down. But looking at the times here on our throughout practice, we don't think he's going to be able to repeat that, as he is currently sitting third. And as I say that, he gets updated to first, running the fastest lap, a time of 30.038. 2/100ths of a second faster than that 46 of Ray Polking. With that being said, the one I'm keeping my eye on tonight, though, is that 18 of Michael Carter. He is yet to win this season, but has strung together a series of runner-up finishes. This might be the night he is able to get it done. Also looking forward to seeing that 46 of Ray Polking here tonight. He has also strung together a series of podium finishes and is hungry for his first win. And we have a new driver tonight making their Rebel Racing Network and Third Coast Racing Xfinity Series a debut. Doug DeNice. We in that blue 40 car of DeNice Designs. He's currently sitting in 5th in the practice standings with a best time of 30.66. Just behind him, though, is that 94 of Adam Evo Boughton. Going through right through the infield as we talk about him. He has strung together a string of first place finishes. It has proven to be a dominant driver throughout the beginning of the series. But as the season has gone on, he has had his struggles. He is looking to bounce back here tonight at Kansas. And then we have the 72 of Hugh Escobar, just laying down his first laps of practice with only 4.5 minutes left. We've seen Hugh have the speed at the beginning of runs, but quickly dropping back. He is going to have to learn to save those tires if he wants to compete here tonight. Currently watch Hugh Escobar riding around with Ray Polking. And we see that 72 car getting loose there through turns 1 and 2. Going back to look at Lee Hamby, current leader on our scoring chart, laying down a last lap time of 30.56. The question here tonight is he going to be able to be consistent enough to hold off that 46 of Ray Polking, who has just gotten faster as time has went on here? He has just laid down a lap of 30.39, closing that gap with Lee Hamby. We could see some neck-and-neck racing between these two tonight. And with 2 minutes left in practice, we are going to head down trackside for our opening ceremonies presented by Ura Flyovers. At this time, please stand as you are able, remove your hats, place your hand over your heart, and veterans render a hand salute as the United States Marine Corps Band performs our national anthem. All right, and we are back, folks. Big thank you to Ura Flyovers for those opening ceremonies. Once again, if you are a league owner, a broadcaster, or just another racer in the league that wants to bring something extra to your broadcast, go check them out on Facebook. Reach out to them for custom opening ceremonies. Qualifying, getting ready to get started here. Before it does, though, we're going to run through our current points standings as the race for the championship has begun heating up. We currently have Adam Boughton sitting in first place with 263 points. Michael Carter, his teammate, sitting in second with 235 points. Back there in third, we have the 19 of Dakota Dennis with 227 points. Marcus De La Garza sitting in fourth with 205 points. Ray Polking is in fifth with 199 points. Christopher Williams in sixth with 193 points. Hugh Escobar currently sitting 7th with 185 points. Lee Hamby, after missing 2 races, is sitting in 8th with 180 points. Ryan Comba sitting in 9th with 148 points. And Thomas Adams is currently sitting in 10th with 112 points. Currently looking at Adam Boughton, our points leader, looking to open up that gap in the point standings. But his teammate Michael Carter hot on his heels. We are waiting for him to enter the track for his qualifying run. These two could come down to battle it out as this season goes on for the championship. But don't count out that 19 of Dakota Dennis. He loves to work his pit strategy. And with all these green flag laps that we run here in the Third Coast Racing Xfinity Series, he could use that pit strategy to start gaining some ground. You see Marcus de la Garza finishing his second lap, a time of 30.58. He's currently sitting on the pole. Ray Polking just going to beat him out with a time of 30.34, his best lap of the evening. And Michael Carter has just entered the track for his first lap of qualifying. He puts himself into second place with a time of 30.45 on the first lap. We're going to see if he can get even faster on the second lap and get up there with Ray. All right, guys, and I have just been informed we have had a late entry, making this a 10-car field. And if you have tuned into the Nora, ARCA, and Cup series, you will know this name. It is that 57 of Joseph Truskowski joining the field here in the Xfinity Series. He has taken a couple weeks off, but he is back. And if you do follow the Nora, Cup, and ARCA series, you will know that he has made himself the villain over there in Nora and has caused a lot of drama. He is here, though, with different drivers tonight. The only driver carrying over from Nora is that 19 of Dakota Dennis, who is yet to have a run-in with that 57 car. We're going to see if they can keep that streak alive here tonight, though, with such a small field. And Lee Hamby has just finished his qualifying run. He's going to take second here with a time of 30.43. So Ray Polking looks like he's got the pole locked up. Is Joseph Truskowski the only car left to qualify? He's going to come home about middle of the pack, who will be starting in 6th with a time of 30.71. All right, so the field is set. We are just waiting on these drivers to begin to grid up. They start entering pit lane. We are getting ready to get this one underway. We're going to go ahead and run through your official starting grid. Starting on the pole will be the 46 of Ray Polking. His outside in second will be Lee Hamby, driver of the black 47 machine. Michael Carter will roll off third in the 18 car. Marcus De La Garza will be starting fourth in the 99. Adam Boughton will be rolling off fifth in the 94. Joseph Truskowski will be starting sixth in the 57 car. Hugh Escobar in seventh, driving the 72 machine. Dakota Dennis will start eighth in the 19 car. Doug DeNice will be rolling off ninth in the 40 machine. And rounding out your field in 10th will be the 44 of Chris Williams. Drivers now making their way onto the track for their parade lap. Ray Polking. We said he would be one to watch here tonight, and he has proven that with a start on the pole tonight. But can he hold off Lee Hamby to his outside? As they come off of turn 4, the pace car dives down pit road. We are getting ready to go racing, folks. Green flag is out. Ray Polking going to lead them to the line. He jumps out to an early lead. Going to move up high in front of Lee Hamby, who's got to deal with the likes of Michael Carter to his inside now. And Lee Hamby not getting the start he wanted to this one as Michael Carter goes by. And now Adam Boughton looking to the inside of that 47 as well. We've got three wide racing back in the pack. The 57 of Joseph Truskowski, Marcus De La Garza, and Hugh Escobar with three wide as Truskowski trying to work that high line. Lee Hamby going to move up in front of him and shut the door, though. You saw Adam Boughton jumping all the way down to the apron there as they came across the line. Here comes Lee Hamby looking to take it three wide. He's stuck in the middle between two teammates there as Hamby now finding the speed out of that car, moving back up to second place for that 47 machine. Here comes that 72 of Hugh Escobar. We talked about how he is wicked in these short runs. Oh, he makes contact with Joseph Truskowski. Hugh Escobar in the wall. That was a hard hit by that 72 car going up, touching that outside wall. He keeps it straight, though. We're going to stay green. Look at that 57 of Joseph Truskowski as he is stuck in between the two teammates now. While all this is going on back in the pack, Ray Polking still in your lead with a 0.3 of a second lead. Trying to stretch it out to 0.4 now. We are mostly single file, but here comes Marcus De La Garza on the inside. Doug DeNice, looking to challenge that 99 for that sixth position. We go back and look at Adam Boughton and Joseph Truskowski still battling it out. Three wide racing back in the pack as Marcus De La Garza going to move from 6th to 4th, taking down both teammates at the same time. Michael Carter and Adam Boughton. Doug DeNice also going to get by Boughton there as well. As De La Garza now trying to move up in the pack. We've been waiting for him to make his way onto the podium all season. He has had strong cars, but bad luck always seems to find that 99 machine. We're going to see if his luck improves here tonight. Looking back at the front of the pack, Ray Polking still your leader, but Lee Hamby is beginning to close. Lee Hamby so good at saving tires. We're going to see if he can save enough to get a run on Ray Polking and possibly go back to back. Hamby now looking at Polkins inside. Lee Hamby going to go on by there. And immediately jump out to a 3/10 of a second gap. That 47 car, he got caught sleeping on the initial start, but he has found the speed, and he is now in control of this one. We look further back in the pack. That 57 of Joseph Truskowski now up to third. We know he has the speed, but he has struggled with saving tires and really struggles on these long runs. We're going to see if he can save a little bit of tire and get back up there, or maybe work some pit strategy to gain this ground back up. And an update, the 72 of Hugh Escobar on pit lane now. Looks like he may have had some wheel damage from his run-in with Joseph Truskowski and the outside wall. Trying to get it repaired now. And battle developing for third as Michael Carter now trying to work his way back by Joseph Truskowski. We see Joseph Truskowski really trying to work that high line, and it's working for him. He's able to hold Carter off. Getting a good run down the back stretch. And further back in the pack, Doug DeNice working his way around Marcus De La Garza. Doug once again making his debut here. And with a strong showing, already up 4 positions for that 40 machine. As this run has gone on, he has picked up the pace. And maybe part of his strategy, save some tires for the later parts of the run and make up ground that way. As he comes up on the 57 of Joseph Truskowski and the 18 of Michael Carter. We're going to keep an eye on this 40 machine to see if he can make his way up to the front. And Hugh Escobar now pulling back on track after getting that damage repaired. Development with Michael Carter and Joseph Truskowski. Carter's gotten to the inside of Truskowski, and I think he's got him here. It looks like Truskowski may have gotten a little bit loose as he's going to dive to the inside, try a crossover move on the 18 of Michael Carter. Doug DeNice going to go around Carter as well, and Marcus De La Garza looking like he's going to at least get alongside Carter. Carter's going to struggle on that top line. Michael Carter will now drop back to 6th. Move back towards the front of the pack. Lee Hamby, still your race leader, a 2.7 gap or 0.27 gap between him and Ray Polking. Ray Polking backing off a little bit, getting those tires cooled down. He's able to gain some ground back up on Lee Hamby. He's also getting ready to feel the pressure from behind from that 57 of Joseph Truskowski and Doug D. Nice. Back up front for the lead. That gap is closing. Ray Polking has found some speed. Look at the last lap times of Lee Hamby and Ray Polking. Hamby just about a 1/10 of a second slower on lap 14 and 15. They're starting to even out now. Looks like Lee Hamby was just trying to get those tires cooled off as well. Very similar lap times for these guys, though. It's going to come down to who makes a mistake first. While all this is going on, back in the pack, Doug D. Nice still hanging around Joseph Truskowski, but Marcus De La Garza looking to join the fray here as the top five have bunched back up. And we are about halfway through this pit window now. Here comes Doug D. Nice trying to look to the inside of Joseph Truskowski. Truskowski going to slam the door on him, though. As Truskowski begins to pressure Ray Polking. Truskowski working that low line. He's going to get alongside Polking as they go into turns 3 and 4. And what a run by that 57 car. He drives almost right up to Ray Polking, and Doug D. Nice getting inside of Ray Polking as well. I'm sorry. Joseph Truskowski drives almost up to Lee Hamby there. That gap now down to only 1/10 of a second between the leader and second place. We're getting ready for a battle for the lead, folks. And Truskowski is there. He's gotten to the inside of Lee Hamby. We're going to see what Hamby can do on the high line. Lee Hamby still hanging with Truskowski on this high line. Truskowski getting a good drive off that corner, even being not on the ideal line. Still neck and neck for these two. I know who's loving this right now. That 40 of Doug D. Nice. Able to watch these guys battle it out. Maybe save a little bit of tire. Get his tires cooled off just a little bit more to try and make a run for the lead as Truskowski has completed the pass. Doug D. Nice is going to make easier work of Lee Hamby. We're going to see if D. Nice can make his way up to the front. And here comes that 94 of Adam Boughton as well. He has worked his way past Ray Polking, who has now dropped to 6, and is closing in with these leaders. Adam Boughton, very skilled at saving tires. He could show up at the end of this one as well. But the battle for the lead has begun. Doug Denise has gotten to the inside of Joseph Truskowski. And Denise to the lead here in his Xfinity Series debut. And what a way to start off your tenure in this series. And that 40 car is also our hard charger thus far in this one, up 8 positions now to first. But I do not think Joseph Truskowski is done yet. Truskowski, known for his aggressive driving. He wants to be back up front as he's going to pull up alongside Denise again on the outside. We're going to see if Truskowski can get the drive off the corner. He's got his nose in there. And Truskowski not getting enough speed to really get by Denise. This may work out for that 94 of Adam Boughton. Well, these two battle it out. Boughton could gain some ground on these guys. So we see Truskowski now finding that speed on the high line. Got to have a good drive off. Not going to happen that time, but Truskowski going to try a crossover move to get inside of Denise. It is not going to work, though, as he falls in line. And looking back further in the pack, Michael Carter making his way up to third now, getting by his teammate, Adam Boughton. And Lee Hamby has now dropped back to fifth after leading early in this one. Our early race leaders, Lee Hamby and Ray Polking, both fallen back. Ray Polking has fallen to seventh in this one and is bringing up the rear of the field right now. I've just been informed that Chris Williams is out of this one. He will come home in 10th tonight. And Joseph Truskowski now going to try to make another run for the lead here. And it looks like he's going to clear Denise now. I'm going to ask Doug if he gets the podium, how to pronounce his last name. I apologize if I am butchering it, Doug. As this battle cools down, we're going to step aside for a quick commercial break before that pit window opens up.
Do you love Orlando's theme parks, but the long lines have you losing the magic? Introducing RideWaits, the Apple Watch app designed to help you skip the stress and ride more, with real-time wait times and park info right on your wrist. Whether you're exploring Walt Disney World, adventuring through Universal Orlando, or taking it all in at SeaWorld, RideWaits helps you navigate smarter and get the most out of your visit. No more wandering, no more guessing, just more riding. And it's not just wait times. RideWaits also offers tips on the best times to ride. general park info, and helpful alerts so you never miss out on your favorite attraction. Whether you're planning ahead or making game day decisions in the park, RideWaits keeps everything you need at a quick glance away. RideWaits, your wrist-side guide to the best parks in Orlando. Available now on the Apple Watch store.
Not affiliated with or endorsed by any theme park brand.
All right, and we are back, folks. This battle for the lead has not cooled down. Doug DeNice not backing off at all, but look who's made his way back into the top four. Lee Hamby getting by Michael Carter, trying to make his way back up to the front in this one. Lee Hamby, that car coming back to him. He has gotten those tires cooled off and is looking to charge back to the front. He's got his sights now set on the 94 of Adam Evo Boughton. We head back to the front looking at our leader, Joseph Truskowski, still trying to hold off Doug DeNice. We're going to ride alone here with Doug. All right, we saw that beautiful entry to turn one for that 40 car. We're going to see if he can do it again. He was able to get alongside Truskowski. Not going to happen this time. Doug DeNice trying to find some speed to get back alongside that 57 car. These two are running away with it, though. A 3-second gap between them and the rest of the field. We look back in the pack. Lee Hamby now making his way back up to third. And he's going to, if Lee wants to get back into this one, he's going to have to find some of that Bristol magic and make up some time here. We're now down to lap 40 of 90. That pit window opening up here. We're going to see who could stretch it out to get that 45 laps out of this one and get this done on only one pit stop. Looking further back in the pack, Marcus De La Garza has fallen off through this one. We saw him charging his way up to the front with Doug early on in this one, but that car has fallen off. He has fallen back to 7th now. Check back in with Lee Hamby. Taking a look at the lap time, seeing if he can close that distance between him and Joseph Truskowski. Truskowski and Doug DeNice both running faster, as Truskowski now going to come down pit road. Here on lap 44, that 57 going to come down pit road first. Doug DeNice Now out there all by himself in the lead. Almost 4 seconds of a gap between him and Hamby. Is Doug D. Nice going to try and pull it down pit road? He's got to get that car slowed down. We saw him lock up the tires there. And it looks like he did get it down to pit road speed before crossing that line. So no black flag for Doug. Adam Boughton going to take over the lead. As Michael Carter, Ray Polking, Marcus De La Garza, and Dakota Dennis all coming down pit road as well. We saw Boughton working some fuel strategy last week at Bristol. Looks like he is trying to stretch that fuel out yet again. He will come in a lap later than everyone else. Joseph Truskowski making his way down the front stretch, trying to get that lead back. And Truskowski not going to be able to get by Doug the Nice there. There he goes. Truskowski getting that run off the corner. He will maintain the lead. And Adam Boughton, still our leader, still on pit road. 4 tires, gas, and he is gone. Joseph Truskowski and Doug the Nice going to get by Boughton before he is able to get off pit road. With that, folks, we are halfway through this one. Joseph Truskowski, your leader. Doug D. Nice in second. Lee Hamby in third. Adam Boughton in fourth. And Ray Polking in fifth. And the big loser there on pit road is that 18 of Michael Carter. He has fallen back to 7th. Now trying to work his way by Marcus De La Garza. We check in back in the front of the pack. Joseph Truskowski getting ready to approach lap traffic. That is the 19 of Dakota Dennis. We're going to see if Dakota's just going to let Truskowski go on by or try and hold on to that position. We were talking to some drivers in the Nora Arca series the other night about Dakota Dennis, and they all unanimously said that that 19 car was the hardest car to pass on the track on Monday night. Truskowski looked to the inside. He's not going to get there. Dakota Dennis going to leave that inside open for that 57 car. Dakota Dennis holding his own with the 57. Now Truskowski is going to get by Dennis. And Doug D. Nice is going to have to deal with that 19. Nice going to get by Dennis as well. A half second separating him from Truskowski. Looking further back on track, Lee Hamby still sitting in third. Adam Boughton in fourth. Ray Polking running in fifth. But a 7-second gap between Lee Hamby and Doug D. Nice. These top 2 cars are running away with it. And we're we're going to step away for another quick commercial break.
From the track to the tech, Creative Castle keeps your code running as clean as your laps. We test real-world devices and digital platforms so your next release won't crash in turn one. At Creative Castle, we elevate your software with expert quality assurance and cross-platform testing. Whether it's native apps or networked hardware, we deliver precision-tested performance at scale. Behind every smooth app and smart device is a quiet castle. Creative Castle. We're the quality wizards and test knights who battle bugs and break bad code before it breaks your product. Creative Castle. Quality at full throttle. Your quest for quality ends here.
All right, and we are back. Going back to the front of the pack, Joseph Truskowski has lost about a tenth of a second to Doug DeNice. Doug trying to close that gap here. Doug just 3/100ths of a second quicker than Truskowski. Truskowski now not having to work his way through the field like we've seen him in the past here on the Rebel Racing Network. Maybe an opportunity to keep those tires on that car, save a little bit of extra tire, and he can continue to lead this one. But DeNice is closing here. Only 0.2 of a second between the two now. DeNice has now caught Joseph Truskowski. Time winding down in this one. Only 33 laps to go. We're going to see if DeNice can get this pass pulled off on Joseph Truskowski, or if Truskowski is going to be able to hold him off. DeNice looked to the outside there. Saw nothing was there. He's going to fall back in line. That gap now down to only 1/10 of a second. Last time by, DeNice was 1/100th of a second faster. These two have been neck and neck all night. We are now down to 30 to go. This is the battle for first. Looking back on the pack, though. Adam Boughton and Ray Polking were side by side there for a second. Adam Boughton take it back off. Ray Polking has really fallen off in this one. But looking at the 18 of Michael Carter, still sitting back there in 7th after some trouble on pit road. He is 3 seconds behind Marcus De La Garza. Watching these two battle for the lead tonight. Still has not found a way to get alongside Truskowski. He's just going to have to put the pressure on that 57 car and hope he makes a mistake. Truskowski faster the last 2 times by, starting to open that gap back up now. 0.2 of a second between them. Lee Hamby is starting to gain a little bit of ground. He was 6.5 seconds back. Now only 5.5 seconds. We're going to see if Lee Hamby can possibly make a late race run to catch back up to these leaders, but he has some work to do. 5.5 seconds between the two. Hamby is praying for a caution to tighten this field back up. You see Hamby there going by the lap car of Dakota Dennis. Going back to the front as we come down to 26 laps to go. 25 this time by Joseph Truskowski, still in charge of this one. Still trying to open up that gap over Doug DeNice. Looking at the last 5 laps, they are neck and neck, trading back and forth who can run the faster lap. We did see DeNice starting to close the gap up a little bit there. Only a car length separating these two. Nice with the faster lap there. Checking back in with that 47 of Lee Hamby. He has lost a step to those leaders, now falling back to about 6.5 seconds behind them. I think if you were not those top 2 drivers, you were praying for a caution at this point to reel those guys back in, because we are now down to only 22 to go. Nice, still looking for an edge over Joseph Truskowski. He has put that pressure on Truskowski's back bumper. Truskowski, though, not making any mistakes, not wanting to give up that lead position. He's been about perfect this second run. Checking in back in the pack. Looking at that 46 of Ray Polking. Tonight's pole sitter. He is trying to gain one more position over Adam Boughton, gain a little bit of ground here. But he has really struggled on these long runs, and watching Adam throughout the season, he has been very strong on the long runs, good at saving tires. He has not lost Ray Polkin yet, or I'm sorry, Lee Hamby yet, who currently sits in third. And we are now down to 19 to go. We're going to step away for one more quick commercial break.
At FedUps, we don't care how it gets there, just that it eventually does. We use cutting edge technology like guesswork, blind rage, and the occasional coin flip. Need help? Our customer service is standing by to put you on hold. Our drivers are trained professionals in rage quitting, road rage, and minor parkour. Have an issue? Hey, we delivered it, didn't we? At FedUp, we're not happy until you're not happy. Special instructions? I ignored it specifically. Signature required? We'll scribble something. Fragile? Let's test that theory. Customer service? Try screaming into the void. FedUp, we hate your package almost as much as you do.
FedUps is not responsible for damaged, late, lost, or completely incinerated packages.
All right, and we are back now down to 17 laps to go. Joseph Truskowski now stretching out his lead over Doug DeNice. 0.3 of a second. Seems like Joseph Truskowski throughout that run just kind of sitting back a little bit, not getting those tires warmed up, and now it is time to go. As we are down to 16 laps, he is continuing to open up that gap. Looking at the lap time difference between these two. Joseph Truskowski, the faster car these last 5 laps, only by hundredths of a second though. As Truskowski begins to open up that gap even more. Now 1 second between the two. Truskowski looking to run away with this one. And checking back in with Adam Boughton and Ray Polking. Ray Polking